The S26 Ultra's biggest upgrade might be its display. Recent reports about the S26 Ultra have been unimpressive, to say the least. The phone no longer appears to be getting a charging increase and a zoom camera improvement. Thankfully, there's some positive news today, as a trustworthy industry insider predicts Samsung's next flagship will include surprising display advancements. They didn't give further details though. Sign-ups for the S26 Ultra mystery box are now available. You'll have more specifics soon, but count on more guaranteed products and greater random prizes than before. At minimum, your shipment contains a complimentary case, screen protector, cleaning kit, and phone stand. Well-known leaker Ice Universe recently disclosed that Samsung is preparing a surprise new display for the S26 Ultra. While particular specifics remain under wraps, the tipster says that display technology will be the defining enhancement of the forthcoming flagship. Some of Samsung's core display technologies will be used in this product, they stated. There are already reports of the Korean manufacturer equipping the S26 Ultra with a color filter on Encapsulation OLED panel. This technology substitutes the typical polarizer layer with a color filter, while also exchanging the standard pixel definition layer for a black pixel definition layer. These modifications allow the screen to transmit more light, resulting in a slimmer, brighter display that consumes less power. Additionally, Samsung may minimize bezels and boost visibility with an improved anti-reflective coating. The S26 Ultra could also have the company's latest Flex Magic Pixel OLED, which could use AI to dynamically change pixels, providing privacy-focused viewing angles to shield on-screen content. It's unclear if the tipster is collectively referring to these display advancements, or if Samsung has anything more in planned. The S26 Ultra releases early next year alongside the S26 Pro and S26 Edge. All three versions will be slimmer than their respective predecessors. Pro is the new base model. Expect more releases in the following weeks. Next, no 60-watt charging for the S26 Ultra, certification reveals. Samsung's next major flagship may not deliver the charging jump many were expecting for. A fresh certification application just verified the S26 Ultra will once again limit out at 45-watt wired charging, despite earlier reports of a boost to 60-watt. The entry, seen on China's Quality Certification Center, indicates capability for 10V/4.5 ampere or 15V/3 ampere charging, exactly the same values as the S25 Ultra. Since Chinese models often flaunt Samsung's top features, it's doubtful that worldwide versions will change. The remainder of the lineup seems just as cautious. Both the S26 Pro and S26 Edge are still likely to adhere to 25-watt charging. For perspective, the iPhone 17 Pro models offer 40-watt fast charging, a substantial difference from the base and Edge models of the current and forthcoming Galaxy flagship series. That means purchasers seeking for a huge jump in charging speeds may be left dissatisfied, especially given many Android flagships from China, including Xiaomi, Vivo, Oppo, and OnePlus, are already pushing 100-watt or more. Samsung, by comparison, appears to be emphasizing on battery health and user safety while supplying the base and Edge versions with modest cooling methods. The Ultra is expected to keep its 5,000 mAh capacity, therefore charging times will likely remain unchanged. It's not the only area generating alarm, however. Leaks have revealed that the Ultra's 3x zoom camera could potentially take a step backward with a smaller sensor. Combined with the charging announcement, the S26 Ultra may feel more like an incremental update, only to preserve the yearly release cycle, rather than a generational leap that drives S25 Ultra users to upgrade. Samsung is scheduled to unveil the S26 series in January 2026. Until then, the business is marketing a mystery box pre-order package with goodies including a free case and screen protector. Whether that's enough to distract fans from the absence of hardware advancements remains to be seen. Apple and Google have officially debuted their flagship phones, and all eyes are now on Samsung's advancements. The S26 Ultra is believed to include an improved display, using Samsung's key technologies. Samsung S26 Pro, Edge, and Ultra will be introduced in 2026, and a new display is supposed to be the star feature of the Ultra edition. Reputed leaker PhoneArt has lately stated that the handset will debut a startling screen improvement. Samsung could deliver a new display to the S26 Ultra, which will feature surprises. The source hasn't disclosed particular details regarding the upgrades. However, the claim makes the OLED screen tech the biggest upgrade in 2026. The S26 Ultra could include a redesigned display assembly to eliminate bezels. Samsung may expand the novel method from the Z Flip 7, which includes the OLED panel into the assembly without waterproofing adhesive. Samsung's key display technology will be leveraged. The panel, rumored to be featured in the S26 Ultra, could integrate an AI-integrated Flex Magic Pixel OLED. The screen may apply AI to intelligently change pixels to safeguard the on-screen material from prying eyes. Earlier this year, a reputed Korean media outlet speculated that Samsung could deploy its color filter on Encapsulation OLED in the S26 Ultra. Integrated with superior anti-reflective coating, the phone will give clear and more brilliant colors. The S26 series may also herald the return of Camera Island to Samsung's top range. The bigger camera bump will allow the provider use better picture sensors to give upgraded photography and filming experiences. So far, we've seen leaked CAD renders of the S26 Pro and S26 Edge. Renders of the S26 Ultra have still to appear, but the smartphone will share design with the Pro Edition, while featuring more rings on the back. In terms of hardware, it could be driven by the 3nm Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite 2 CPU, along with an enhanced vapor cooling chamber for sustained performance. Powering it all might be a 5000 mAh battery with compatibility for 60-watt fast charging, a major step up from its predecessor. On the design front, Samsung might be taking inspiration from the Z Fold 7 by introducing a pill-shaped camera island, moving away from the floating lens system we've seen with recent Ultra versions. If Samsung follows its normal path, the Galaxy S26 Ultra 5G might come in January 2026, alongside the other two members of the series. This time the brand is also being tipped to replace the ordinary S26 and S26 Plus with a new Galaxy S26 Pro and a Galaxy S26 Edge. However, none of these details is officially confirmed. And guess what the S25 Ultra screen size is? Allegedly 6.86 exactly, but Samsung is rounding that up to the exact same 6.9. Now, while there will only be the tiniest boost to the screen size, Samsung will purportedly fill the panel with surprises, according to the leaker who goes by Ice Universe. What those will be sadly wasn't disclosed, although we should reportedly anticipate some of Samsung's core display technologies to be used, whatever that means. We'd hypothesized by stating that while the size would remain pretty much the same, the S26 Ultra's panel will be superior than the one in its predecessor in other aspects. On the other hand, we recently heard that the 5x telephoto camera would stay untouched, while the 3x telephoto camera will really be a downgrade, believe it or not. The main camera is employing the same sensor but expanding the aperture to f/1.4, allowing 47% more light to reach the sensor. Not very pro. If so, that makes the supposed rename from the Samsung Galaxy S26 to the Samsung Galaxy S26 Pro all the more problematic and puzzling, as this phone sounds like it could struggle to even match the iPhone 17, let alone the iPhone 17 Pro. As a refresher, the iPhone 17 has a 1206 by 2622 screen, which is greater quality than the Galaxy S25's 1080 by 2341, and by the sounds of this leak, it's likely also higher resolution than the Samsung S26 Pros will be. The iPhone 17 also boasts a 48 megapixels main camera and a 48 megapixels ultra-wide. It misses the telephoto camera found on the S25, but by the sounds of this leak, the S26 Pro's telephoto snapper won't be up to much anyhow. Plus, with its A19 chipset, the iPhone 17 is more powerful than we expect the Samsung S26 Pro to be, and with upgrades to its refresh rate, 2 of its cameras, and its battery life, it also looks to be a significant improvement on its predecessor, which the Samsung's 26 Pro might not be. There's still hope for Samsung's phone, especially given Ice Universe tends to take quite a poor view on Samsung's devices, whether justified or not. But if it actually does have Pro in the name, then consumers will expect a lot, And so far, it doesn't sound like this phone will give enough. So that's all we know for now. We'll be sure to keep you updated as soon as we have more information. Thanks for watching.